Let me get into S3. Okay, so do you guys have any questions or confusions on the last class which we discussed?
No, sir, from my end.
Hope you guys can recall that in the last class we enabled server access logging, correct? So as part of the server access logging, you guys can able to find there are plenty of files are generated in my bucket. Maybe in case you guys also enabled in your account means might you guys can see there are plenty of files. Okay, how many files are there? Let we'll see. Maybe actions, calculate total size. If I click on this, should go show us total. There are 300 files are there. 1.4 MB is there. Yeah, total there are 300 files. 1.4 MB is there. So let me show that how this files looks like. I mean, how this content will be looks like. Will validate. So just a moment. Okay, so let me open this file. But this is the file. But we need to make this file as a public. So then only we can able to view this. So make public using ACL. Then make public. If I click on this, then I can able to see the data. So now we need to view this. How to view this file? Here is a file. I mean, if I open this file in the incognito window or some other location, we can able to see the data. So like this, the data will reflect. Like this, the data will be reflecting. So now, so let's will copy this value so that we can able to recall this. So here, the first value might be the screen is much smaller, but you guys can see this here. This is the number. So there is some number is reflecting here, correct? This is the number. This number we call it as a canonical ID. Remember, this number we call it as a canonical ID. Canonical ID. So this ID is an alternative for your name. So remember, this is my name, right? So this name is alternative for this particular file. Okay. So now next, this is my bucket. This name is the bucket name. This is a bucket name. Then this time pad is reflecting here, right? This is the time, date and time. Or the timestamp we call it as. This is a timestamp. Then this is the IP address, the public IP address. Like who access it, how to get to know, that means using this only we can get to know. This is the public IP. This is a public IP. Then apart from this, there could be some unique number will be there like this. This is the access ID we'll call it as. Access ID. Then apart from this, there are some RESTful APIs are there like this. Like what we access, how to get to know, that means this is the value. This is the value. You can treat like this is the access point. What we access it will be described by this value. Then there's a code will be there here. Look at after HTTP this value, there's a 200 is there, right? This is the status code we call it as STATS status code. Then apart from that, what we access, what the person is accessed, how they access it using this URL. Okay, so look at us-east-2 console.aws.amazon.com. In that only they access that. Who access this? Look at this is my PC. Intel Mac OS X. This is my one. So how did I access Apple WebKit? Using that I access that. Okay, I mean this is this whole into system level. Remember, this whole value is a system level values. Level values. Okay, so what are important things? What we need to look at that the any of the log file, if you view, what we need to look at means, remember, even this canonical ID, if not looking, also no problem. Which bucket, what time, which IP address the people are accessed, what they accessed. Look at this is the one people are accessed that. Okay, using which device. This in this category, it will show that the person is viewed from the Windows laptop or MacBook or maybe Linux system where they access that. This will going to give us a clear picture. Okay, any questions? I'll share this URL in case you want to look at any moment. You guys can refer this. Okay, next.
If you want to troubleshoot for login and if for security reasons, and if
generally that's what I want to show that now. There are status codes here, HTTP status codes. Okay, this will give some clear idea. Nothing but what type of codes are there. Please keep a eye on these numbers. Based on these numbers only, we do troubleshoot. Okay, so what are these numbers? If you thought about that, look at numbers here. If the code I mentioned, right, look at the highlighted one. Status code 200 is said, correct. If status code is above 100, below 199, those are informational purpose only. That means you no need to do anything, just leave, look at the value and you can leave them. But successful responses, if the output is correct, if the value is correct, for example, you are accessing my website, you got the result, what you are looking for, you got the exact result, then you will get the status code within this range only, above 200, below 299. Okay, in case your status code is above 300, below 399, then it's a redirection. Might be you guys aware about some moments when you type some URL, then it asks in the browser, click here to go to the, click here, like this it will ask. Remember guys, whenever you get an option called click here, that means that page is redirecting to different place. Got it? Whenever you get an option called click here, option will be there, right? The blue color one, link. If you click on that link, it will be redirected to different place. That's all the redirections are called as a redirection messages. Clear? Next, client error messages. In case you're getting some errors, what type of errors you used to get? This is the very frequent errors you used to get, like 404 not found error, 403 forbidden error. Did you guys able to recall this values?
yes,
This
sir,
is
yeah.
errors you will get in a browser sometimes. Sometimes what you are looking for page is not found. Those are all client error messages. Then what you need to look as a system administrator, as a cloud admin, a DevOps admin, what is your job means? You always look for these errors. These are the very crucial errors for us. What are these? Nothing but server level messages, server level issues. If server is not responding, you used to get the errors 500 above. That means it's a server level issues. You need to look for that. Okay. Those are the message levels. Okay. Any questions now?
So whenever we require to troubleshoot some things, and if support team requires our help or their help for us, then we have to go through these error messages
Correct. These error messages we need to
and
go
should
through.
be aware of these error messages rather.
Correct, correct. We need should aware about this. But generally, developers know about this. But DevOps engineer is optional feature. Okay. So next, now what I'll gonna do means I'll remove this all, because if I'm not stopping this, what will happen is keep on generating the values. And as we are aware about that, in one S3 bucket we can able to store 5 terabyte of storage. One file 5 terabyte, correct? Like for a free tier usage, it's only having a capacity of 5 GB only. In entire AWS account, you can store maximum up to 5 GB only. So if I'm leave as it is, what will happen? It keep on creating a files. Okay, that's the reason what I'm gonna do. Go to properties. I'll stop this one. Like in last class, enable, right, server access logging. Just will go edit and we'll disable this. If we disable, new logs won't generate, remember, but already generated logs, it is written as it is. Look at these files are written as it is. But how to clean up this? Simple thing. I can go to buckets. I can select this bucket and I can able to make it as empty. You can see the option here empty. Click on empty and here permanently delete option is there. I can delete permanently so that this logs will be deleted. See, it's calculating. It will take some time. There are more files that there seems to be. See, 2100 objects, 2.4 MB. This keep on increasing seems to be.
You disabled now, sir. It shouldn't increase, no?
No, it's not increasing. That means the earlier generated logs are there, right? Those are because last class we took on 12th. Today it is 16th, correct? 16th. So look at 5,598 objects. That many files are generated. 11.8 MB.
Okay.
That's the reason. Okay. Let me exit. Now everything is clean up. If I go to this particular one, everything is empty. See, nothing is there now. Okay. So last class we discussed about the permissions. Let me show the metrics. Now this moment graphs will show. Can you guys see these values here? Graphs are reflecting. 12th 10 MB, 11th 13th 11 MB, 15th 14th 11.5 MB. It's keep on increasing. Okay. The total number of objects if you see 1683 count when 12th. If it go to 13th 3546. Then if it go to 14th 4578. Then n minus 2, right? 16 minus 2 means 14th. 14th value is reflecting. Okay, like that. So today we need to discuss about the replication metrics. What is replication? That's option is in the here. Okay, I'll show what is replication, how the replication will work. So remember, replication is a process of delivering the objects from one bucket to another bucket for a disaster recovery and backup purpose. Remember guys, replication is a process of synchronizing the data from one bucket to another bucket for a backup and disaster recovery purpose. Let me give us an example. This is a source bucket you can treat. In this bucket, you're uploading some files. Okay, you're keeping all the files in this bucket. In case something wrong with this particular one, something goes wrong, then so if suppose somebody deleted the files where in this bucket, those are very important files. Somebody deleted the files, those are very important to you. Then do you have any option to recover these files?
No, sir. It's a single copy, no?
Single copy. We cannot do anything, correct? So such a moment, if we enable a backup and disaster recovery with replication with other bucket, other region, what will happen? Whatever you are going to upload to this bucket, right? The same data will copy to another bucket. Who will do that? You don't need to do anything. You just need to upload the file to source bucket only. It will automatically replicate into destination bucket. Okay, that's okay. In case you deleted the files in the source bucket, then the files won't delete in the destination bucket. That is the beauty of replication. Okay, we'll experiment practically, then we'll get to know. Here is the option. Under the management, you can see here, use replication rules to define the, if you want to S3 to apply during the replication and server encryption, ownership. So this class. So how to create replication? Let me show that. Create a replication rule. Here we need to give, I'll give my S3 backup and DR. Like this, I'll give the name. Status, I'll enable this. Then this is a source bucket. This is a source bucket. This is a destination bucket. Apply all the objects to the bucket. Okay. Remember before that, guys, there are two types of replications are there. One is same region replication. Another one is cross-region replication. Name only suggests. Look at source bucket, destination bucket. Both are in the same location means same region replication. If source bucket and destination both are in different region means cross-region replication. Clear? I am going to do cross-region replication. Okay. So source bucket, this is a bucket name, this is a region, and choose a rule scope is there, apply to the all the objects at this bucket. Then destination, I'll choose a bucket in this account, choose a bucket in another account. Two options are there. Even account A, account B. Like for example, A and B, two accounts are there, different accounts are there. So I want to copy from my account to another account means that is second option. Specify a bucket in another account. In case within my account only two different buckets means first option, this one. Now browse. So this is a destination bucket. Choose that and choose path. But one thing should be clarified here. For source bucket to destination bucket in both the buckets, versioning should be enabled. Without versioning, replication won't work. Okay. Then we require a IAM role. Create a new IAM role. Then encryption